Okay, for everybody's information, we have used half our time up, and we've done half the bills.
That's good.
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
Okay, so now we're on HB6.
Mr. Chair, is there a minority report on the last one we did?
It's in, my understanding is an amendment is in process to 603. Am I correct?
That's what I heard, we were gonna work together.
Okay, well,
With all the input I can possibly get from anyone.
yeah, we can still do it.
Yeah, could I suggest, I mean, I was ready to vote yes on that with the promise of an amendment that I thought would make it accessible. But, so I think there should be a minority report that says,
Okay.
if there's an amendment that has this, and this in it, it's gonna have larger.
I think that's appropriate, then that also identifies what these folks need to work on.
Right.
Thanks.
So somebody should write that
Yes,
minority. Okay, great.
Like you said, somebody.
Okay, we've gotta move on here. House Bill 604, relative to the use of mixed-use school buses by special education pupils. Do we, first of all, do we have any amendments out there for this bill?
Yeah.
Everybody have it? Okay, it didn't come down. Okay, does everybody have a copy of that now?
No. Everybody got one over there? Everybody want one?
Is there anybody that's going to be requesting a caucus on this, or we just move forward? Okay, I'm going to ask Representative Elliott to try to explain his amendment. Yeah.
I received this letter late last night. It's from Richard Bailey, who is the director of the Division of Motor Vehicles, and he also represents the Commissioner for the Department of Safety. And they are trying to make this more palatable to this committee. And what it does is it says that all you need is a valid driver's license. You don't need a commercial driver's license. And the second thing is it the vehicle has to have a valid inspection sticker and is operated by a driver who holds a valid driver's license to operate that vehicle. And that vehicle can be a station wagon or a van or whatever. So it's really a very simple bill, a change in the Part 1. So it eliminates Part 1 completely and leaves in Part 2 and Part 3.
That station wagon sort of like the 1957 model my parents had?
No
seatbelts.
Chairman, going back too far.
Alright. We don't have a motion on the floor, he was just trying to explain this, but Representative Milo, do you want to?
Well, I was,
You just get trained and having.
since it's not on the floor, I'll wait to see what's on the floor. It's inappropriate to talk about it. once it's on the
Okay,
floor.
so let's have a motion then.
Or anybody
Seeing that
work
I don't see any,
supposed to
yes,
have
Representative Alpert.
person in
Make
this.
a motion that to pass the amendment
There is an invite.
Second.
on pass.
So, motion made by Representative Malcolm, second by Representative Elliott. Representative Malcolm, you have the floor.
I think that we've discussed this, we know it's a good idea, we know it saves money, like we want.
Representative.
Yes, I agree, and I did some research on the difference between state law and federal law. For public schools, there isn't any conflict because it's a government entity, so federal law does not interfere with public schools across state lines. Federal law, there is a different, but state law is more stringent. For example, federal law goes by a non-commercial use and vehicle, and it's 16 students, state law is 12. So, there's no
Representative Cordell.
issue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also did some research, and when I looked up the rule from the Department of Safety that was at question here and caused the need for this bill, I didn't see the language that we discussed. And so I talked with, or corresponded with the head of the Administrative Rules section, Mr. Eaton, and online, we do not see the rule because it was never certified by the Department of Safety. The jail car passed the rule, but then there's a certification process, and that rule goes back for sign-off within, I think, 60 days by the department, and that was never done. So it was never certified by the Department of Safety. And in addition, when the rule was presented to jail car, there is an appendix for any other statutes that might impact this, and there was no federal statute cited as a reason for this rule in what was submitted to jail car.
When was that done with jail car? Did you get a date there?
I think it was effective 10/13, October 11th, 2013.
Oh, I don't remember that. Representative Miles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a point of clarification to the sponsor of this amendment. Why is the elimination of the last sentence, a commercial driver's license or school bus driver's license shall not be required to operate a mixed school bus? Why was that eliminated? Well, it's not redundant, because my concern is that if there was a practice with which you had to have that kind of a license to drive a mixed-use school bus, I think I'm concerned about it being not referenced here. So it's just a question of why was it eliminated?
If I may answer that, I think that the commissioner and the director felt that that was offensive to some people, or was a little bit too strong a statement, and it was upsetting some members of the committee. So they withdrew that commercial license part.
Thank you.
Representative Bowen.
Yeah, I mean, I see, one way or another, I don't think it matters much, because there's other parts of the law that define when you need a commercial driver's license. In other words, if you're having more than 12 students, then it, type thing. So, so this just upholds a valid driver's license. Either way, with the amendment or not, I don't think it's an issue, because there are other laws that define when you need a commercial driver's license or a school bus.
Further discussion, Representative Guile.
Just a question for Representative Tom. What's the difference between a school bus driver's license and a commercial license? Or
In this, I'm not sure in the state if there is one.
Before we get into subjectivity, Sergeant, do you have any information on that?
There were several questions.
The difference between a commercial driver's license and that of a bus driver? School bus driver.
There is an additional endorsement that a school bus driver would attain. There's some additional certification to it above and beyond. They meet a certain threshold. So there is the short answer is there is a differentiation, but would not be required for the purposes of this discussion, for a mixed school bus application.
Thank you very much. Yes, Representative Lowell.
Just, I want to clarify further then, the driver of this mixed multi-use bus or whatever is going to be a certified school bus driver, or can it be a mom, dad that happens to have a child in the school? We're not defining who's going to be driving this bus.
Correct. School employee.
I want to know who.
There is another section of law that says it's got to be, not in this bill, but I looked it up last time when we discussed this bill. There's another section of law that says it's got to be a school employee. It does not have to be in this section, there is another section.
And we're not rewriting that, what section is that?
I don't remember, it was in, I looked it up when we did this bill last Friday.
Because that's not what this amendment is saying.
Sergeant, do you have something?
That does appear, the reference the representative is making appears under RSA 249 definition of mixed-use school bus. It does speak to being an employee, and it was the department's intention to ensure to encourage that being an employee was part of this amendment, and that may have fallen off the grid, but that, for the record, was the intention. But it does appear under
It also
249.
protects background checks and all that.
If the individual's school system is vetting them in some manner, that was our hope.
Representative Cordelli.
Yes, I think that is RSA 259, :96-A, which is related to mixed-use school bus. It does say driven by a school employee in transporting school children to and from school activities.
Thank you. Any further discussion on this bill?
This is on the amendment 07478H. Representative Balcom.
Yes?
Representative Bone.
Yes.
Representative Cordelli.
Yes.
Representative Grenier.
Yes.
Representative Elliott.
Yes.
Representative Adams.
Yes.
Representative Cook.
Yes.
Representative Moore.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
No.
Representative Sullivan.
Yes.
Representative Wolf.
Yes.
Representative Guile.
Yes.
Representative Shaw, yes. Representative Gorman.
Yes.
Representative Frazier.
Yes.
Representative Schmidt.
Yes.
I'm sorry, yes.
Yes.
Here. Representative Myler.
Yes.
Representative Rolo.
Yes.
Representative Heath.
Yes.
Representative Sharon.
Yes.
Representative Ladd.
Yes.
21.
Who has this blurb written?
I do.
Representative Bone?
I'll make
That's
a,
the amendment. so-
Yeah, I'm waiting for a motion here.
I'll make a motion ought to pass as amended.
Okay, motion made by Representative Bone, second by Representative Grenier, as ought to pass as amended. She's doing a good job, all right?
Representative Balcom.
Yes?
Representative Bone.
Yes.
Representative Cordelli.
Yes.
Representative Grenier.
Yes.
Representative Elliott.
Yeah.
Representative Adams.
Yes.
Representative Cook.
Yes.
Representative Moore.
Yes.
Representative Osborne.
Yes.
Representative Sullivan.
Yes.
Representative Wolf.
Yes.
Representative Guile.
Yes.
Representative Shaw, yes. Representative Gorman. Representative Frazier.
Yes.
Representative Schmidt.
Yes.
Representative Myler.
Yes.
Representative Rolo.
No. No.
Representative Heath. Representative Sharon.
Yes.
Representative Ladd.
Yes.
21. Consent.
Consent, any opposition?
I'm sorry.
No.
Said no.
Only one.
Only one person said no to the bill.
We have one no on the
That was
OTP,
prior
on
to.
the amendment.
Said no on the amendment.
Yeah.
Okay, the vote is 20-1. And the bill passes. Any objection to consent? Not seeing any. Thank you. We'll put it on consent. Next bill we're addressing is 610. Okay, we've been asked for a break. We'll take a 5-minute break.